What is up, y'all? Today I'm going to dive into 10 of my favorite video games from childhood to now, and a bit about what makes them stand out to me and why I love them. This list is not meant to put down any other games or to say that my gaming experience is top tier, but you know, I got my favorites, and I'm sure you got yours. But my portfolio is a bit heavy on a particular genre of gaming, so I hope my experiences are diversified enough so I don't upset too many folks. If you're new to this channel, thank you for stopping by, and I hope your day is blessed. As you know, this channel is still starting, so I'm still evaluating what type of content I would like to make and what kind of things I would like to do. But with that being said, let's dive into it. So, at number 10, we have Call of Duty Black Ops 2 on the PS3. I played it on the PS3, and I thought this game was absolute stuff back then, and still is now. But though I've never been super involved in the COD franchise, I believe this game will always hold a place in my heart as one of those games you know you ain't legally allowed to play as a kid, but you don't care because it's cool and you just want to shoot stuff, right? But as a kid, I would be so scared to play zombies alone, so I would have to play with friends, and I would probably go cry in the corner. But yeah, as far as COD lobbies and online play, we don't really talk about that. That's like a whole different story. But going into number 9, which is Halo 4 on the Xbox 360. This was my first Halo game ever, and the science fiction environment twist to an FPS shooter really captured my attention. And my brain is wired a little weirdly, so I like my sci-fi twists with lasers and pew-pew guns, but somehow I never became a Star Wars fan despite that. But anyway, I think Halo is awesome since I got to play as a stoic Master Chief, and dude single-handedly solos all of the Covenant and space enemies. Oh, and my favorite gun is the Needler, so that's a cool fun fact. And then next is number 8, which is Super Mario 64 DS on the Nintendo DS. So, Mario 64 DS was one of the staples of my video gaming childhood, and rightfully a revolutionary title for 3D games as a whole. I never got to play the original title, unfortunately, but the remake to me holds a special place in my heart. And the plot is expected for your typical Mario game. You have to find Princess Peach, and Mario and friends have to save her from Bowser's clutches. However, the 3D title takes a unique spin with its unique sandbox worlds that can be openly explored with hidden secrets and captivating gameplay. And also, I don't know about you guys, but I thought the Bob-omb minigame was fun in Mario 64. And then next, at number 7, we have Super Smash Bros. Brawl for the Nintendo Wii. And whether you were a Project M, you installed Project M mods to the vanilla game itself, this Smash was very unique to me, as this game had the best storyline out of all the Smash titles in the inclusion of Subspace Emissary. No argument there. I don't remember all the details, but I remember a lot of the characters were being targeted and turned into Smash trophies, and certain characters like Mario, Kirby, and Peach were fighting against an enemy group who was kind of like engulfing the world in this dark energy known as subspace. Along with that, the Smash Bros. Brawl OSTs are just iconic. They're fire. I think some my favorite OSTs from there was the Final Destination and Rainbow Blast. The two classic OSTs. Aside from Ultimate and Melee, though, this was very involved installment of Smash, and I just think they coped with the Subspace Emissary. That was probably the best part of the game. And then next, at number 6, we have Mario Kart DS on the Nintendo DS. So, when I wanted to play with cousins or friends, this was one of those go-to games because Mario Kart is a type of franchise that can be played with family members or friends. And though I think Mario Kart 8 Deluxe is cool in the modern day, Mario Kart DS was special because of the good times and connections that I made with friends and family playing the game. And I also generally enjoyed the boss fights that the game offered, as well as the VS battles. So I thought that was really cool. And then next is kind of a step away from Nintendo stuff. Number 5, we have Doom Eternal on the PS4. And surprisingly, this is another FPS shooter that is not Nintendo coded for me. Doom Eternal left one heck of an impression on me. Since I rarely play shooters anymore, I first saw my roommate playing it and it seemed fun to me, so I watched him play it and I asked him about it and how he played it and stuff like that. And at the very least, I didn't want to be that guy who was only obsessed with Nintendo games and didn't at least give other types of games a try. And I gotta say, the character Doom guy, he's just simply built different, man. This guy makes Master Chief look silly. I just think the fact that he's straight up conquering the demon world and doing the world justice is insane. And by the way, he literally rips and tears. Like, that's one of his lines in the game. Like, he rips and tears them apart. Literally with stuff you can find in your backyard. I mean, how isn't that cool? But not to undermine Chief's accomplishment, though. He's kind of in a league of his own. And so next I'm going to move on to number 4, which is Pokemon HeartGold on the Nintendo DS. And I think many people can agree with me on this one, but Pokemon HeartGold and Soul Silver probably had the best post-game content. And you didn't have to pay $30 extra to enjoy the locked post-game content. Looking at you, Sword and Shield, Scarlet and Violet. But for goodness sake, bro, these games were retail valued at around $30, and you could get a quality game with a lot of love and effort put into the OST and game content. And another thing I like, its original content in Pokemon Gold. The remake allows you to explore both the Kanto and Johto regions with other mini games such as the Pokéthon and Pokewalker device, if everyone remembers that. That you could carry around at school with your little, like, I have my Typhlosion, this is my starter, it's my little Typhlosion. I think it's cool that they brought it back with something similar with the Pokemon Go Plus and the Pokeball Plus for the Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee games, though. I think that's really cool. And so next, at number 3, we have Kirby's Return to Dreamland on the Nintendo Wii. And Kirby to me has always been a very charming franchise. I don't know, it's just it's like one of those guilty pleasures. I don't know how else to describe it. It's one of those only franchises I know where its main titles go from a very whimsical and cute environment, stage 1-to-1, to Kirby fighting some sort of nightmare, if you will, entity from a Lovecraftian story. That's very real when people say that to you. That's so legit. But though it's not my first Kirby game, Return to Dreamland made the list over Superstar Ultra because I think the gameplay is more fun in Return to Dreamland than Superstar Ultra. I just think as a platformer, I think this Kirby installment is the most satisfying to me, especially because of the Doomer levels, and Kirby Super and Hill is very satisfying during the Doomer levels, and I just love the OST. I think Return to Dreamland Deluxe does a great job as a Switch remake as well, especially with the inclusion of Magolor Epilogue and how putting love into, like, improving the graphics upon the game. And then next, at number 2, we have Super Mario Galaxy 2 for the Nintendo Wii. And now I gotta say, Super Mario Galaxy 2 kind of spun the Mario franchise at the time I played it, and it turned it into something special, which it introduced. Well, actually, Super Mario Galaxy did, but Super Mario Galaxy 2 kind of expanded upon it, but it pretty much introduced the cast to space travel and exploration, which is like I said, I love sci-fi stuff, so that's like right up my alley, right? But as a kid, I mean, I didn't really understand why Bowser went so far to try and conquer the entire galaxy. But who cares? I mean, the levels and music truly left a lasting impression on me. And in this game, power-ups were like very scarce. But when you did get them, they felt rewarding, in my opinion. And then one of my favorite power-ups from the franchise is the Boo power-up. And Nintendo, once again, they put this game with Super Mario Galaxy 2. I mean, Super Mario Galaxy, they revolutionized the 3D genre. With these two games, and then Super Mario Sunshine, which I did not get to play until I played Super Mario 3D All-Stars on the Switch. So that was my first time actually playing Super Mario Sunshine. That game's pretty cool too. But the remake, or no, I'm sorry, not the remake, but Super Mario Galaxy 2 is just a cool game. And then, last but not least, at number 1, we have Minecraft. And on the PC, I played Minecraft on the Xbox 360, I believe on the PS4, but I believe PC Minecraft is definitely the best Minecraft. But that's because Minecraft will always be a timeless classic. But the game itself really has no lore. Maybe you could do a little bit of fill-ins with like lore dumps and stuff, but generally the game itself doesn't really have like a lore. But the atmosphere will always make it the king of all sandbox games. And from having the goal of defeating the Ender Dragon to just exploring different lands or playing with friends, Minecraft will always hold a special place in my heart. Especially in playing online with friends, we would just love being creative and building cool houses or redstone contraptions. I mean, if you were like a super cool tech savvy kid too, you can learn a little bit about networking and even host your own Minecraft server in a LAN party. I know I did a little bit of that. Like when we had to use like LogMe and Hamachi and stuff like that to try and host our own little local Minecraft servers, and like try to figure out like what the heck is a VPN. Like that was like the coolest thing ever. But yeah, that is it for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like below, as your support runs a mile for my channel. And also let me know in the comments what some of your favorite games that left a meaningful impression on you. And it doesn't have to be Nintendo or anything. Like, you know, we can just talk about it. Maybe I'll learn something new from you. I've never explored before, and shoot, I could try it like tomorrow, next day, who knows. But with that being said, peace out, and I hope y'all have a blessed day, and thank you for watching.